Okay, let's dive right into a really fascinating topic. We're going to unpack a pretty incredible numerical pattern that's been found deep within the final chapters of the Quran. It's a bit of a mathematical journey, so stick with me as we see what secrets might be hiding in plain sight.
So let me ask you this. What if numbers in an ancient text weren't just random? What if they actually held a deeper, more intricate meaning? It's a pretty captivating idea, right? And it's exactly what we're going to investigate today.
Our whole investigation starts in a very specific place, the final section of the Quran. This part is really unique because it's a collection of the shortest and, some would say, most powerful chapters, which makes it the perfect spot to hunt for these kinds of hidden patterns. Now, this section is officially known as Juz 30, or sometimes Juz Amma. It is the very last part of the Quran, and it contains 37 of its shortest chapters, or what are called surahs. You can almost think of it as the grand finale, a collection of really concise yet powerful messages. Okay, so within those 37 chapters, we're going to zoom in even further. Our focus is going to be on the final 8 chapters, which is a small but really significant group that runs from chapter number 107 all the way to the very end, 114. And here they are. These are the final 8 chapters of the Quran. Take a good look at these names and their numbers, because they are right at the heart of the pattern we're about to uncover. Now, here's where it gets interesting. We're going to set aside that first chapter on our list, Almon, just for a moment. Don't worry, we'll come back to it. Our focus is now on the final 7 chapters, from 108 to 114. This specific group is where the code really starts to show itself. So, what happens if we do something really simple, no complex formulas? What if we just add up their chapter numbers? It's a really straightforward calculation, right? 108 plus 109 all the way up to 114. It's just a simple sum. But the result, well, the result is anything but simple. The sum is 777. Yup, 3 sevens. This is the kind of striking result that made people look deeper. It doesn't feel like just a random total. It looks like a really profound pattern. So we've found our number, 777. But the real question is, what does that even mean? Is it just a cool coincidence, or is there some kind of deeper meaning encoded in this figure? Let's just break this down for a second. First, the number itself is literally 3 sevens. Then, if you add those digits together, 7 plus 7 plus 7, you get 21. And of course, what's 21? It's a multiple of 7. It's 3 times 7. You starting to see a theme here? The number 7 is just embedded at every single level. So this really shows that the number 7 isn't just one part of the pattern. It feels more like the fundamental building block of the whole thing. It's in the sum, it's in its digits, and it's in the sum of those digits. It's just this constant recurring theme. And this isn't just random. You see, within the Quranic tradition, the number 7 carries a lot of symbolic weight. It's often linked with concepts of wholeness, completion, and even perfection. And that adds a whole other layer of context to finding this 777. And this significance of 7 is actually woven throughout the Quran. The very first chapter is often called the 7 oft-repeated verses because, you guessed it, it has 7 verses. Now remember chapter 107, the one we set aside right before our sequence began? Well, it also has exactly 7 verses. This chart here just gives you a visual of the verse counts for those final 8 chapters. And while you can see the counts vary, there's 3, 6, 5 verses, look at the very first one, Surah Al-Ma'un. It's sitting there with exactly 7 verses, almost perfectly setting the stage for the sequence of 7 chapters that comes right after it. Okay, so let's do a super quick recap of what we've just uncovered. We started in Juz 30. We isolated the final 7 surahs, and adding their chapter numbers gave us 777. We saw that number is deeply connected to the number 7, which itself holds special significance, and, get this, appears right before the sequence even begins. So what we're really seeing here isn't just one calculation. It's more like an intriguing web of interconnected numbers, where chapter counts, verse counts, and their sums all seem to point toward this one very significant digit. And all of this leaves us with the ultimate question. What do we make of all this? Are these patterns a kind of divine signature? A deliberate, intricate design woven right into the fabric of the text itself? Or do they simply reflect the human mind's remarkable and maybe even innate ability to find meaning and see patterns in the world all around us? It's a huge question, and one that's definitely worth pondering.